All right, what's up, guys? Today we have Anne McNamara. She's doing a lot of cool things in Northeast Florida, just a little below Jacksonville, and then west of St. Augustine, right?
Yeah.
This this is Palatka, Florida. I had the pleasure of going to her workshop about a month ago. So so Anne, in short, let's say you're in an elevator and you only have 20 seconds to tell someone what you do. What is Anne McNamara focused on?
I revitalize small towns, and I do that primarily through mixed use buildings in downtowns. That would be the elevator pitch.
I like it. Yeah, after the 2 days, I was like, in short, I would instead, some people flip homes, some people flip apartments, and then Anne's like, no, I want to flip entire towns.
I don't know if I had loads of money in my back pocket, I think you could flip a whole town. Um, but you'd need to be a bit of a megalomaniac. So if I go into my megalomaniac fantasy world, which I do spend a little bit of time in there, I think you could flip a town by focusing on events. Uh, your marketing is events based. So events are amazing at bringing people in. So you bring if you could get enough events. If you imagine around the holidays, you have ice skating rinks, pop up interim ice skating rinks and Santa towns and elf towns and all the rest. Think of the foot traffic, but imagine having that throughout the year. It's not just at Christmas time and holidays. It's actually something worth coming to all the time. It's not even about your permanent use. It's just a stage. And then
Mm.
the other megalomaniac things is being able to incentivize good users. Like one of the things I like about mixed use is if you can if you can get the rents working enough for you, what can you do? What can you subsidize in the ground floor? So what does a town need? Would a bubble tea shop be enough to sort of bring some foot traffic up there, but they can only pay, 75% of rent? That's the sort of trade-offs that I think is really interesting. So in my megalomania world, I would do a lot of that. In my non-megalomania, I don't have gazillions in my back pocket. You're just what I'm trying to do is like outline the events I think we can pull off, bring a lot of energy behind that, and do very small subsidies for ground floor use.
Uh, right, so for anyone watching, to give context, Anne had a 2-day workshop at the beginning of December where she she taught a bunch, and then we did a lot of field trip style where we got to walk the town, and then she even set up like a dinner event to meet certain town officials, but also big players in the game, real estate holders and stuff like that. And I'm curious what the second day of the workshop with Pace, it resulted in you're going to buy something, right? From the seller, the guy that we had spoke with on the phone. What is the status or result or update or anything tied to that?
Yeah, well, the slow answer, the short answer is I am. The long answer, I am buying this mixed use building. The long answer is a few things have changed in my owner circumstances. Um, that means that the lease option I was proposing that you helped me work on, it's
Yeah.
not going to work from anymore. But I'm going to go DSCR methods, and I'm talking to some funders about that. So he's very keen. He's single sourcing to me. He's not going to go out to the market. I will probably get it at a better price. Um, but yes,
Are you going to
definitely.
Marby method it?
Uh,
Like, what is he going to sell or carry in addition to the DSCR?
I hope he still can. I hope he still can. I can't really talk about what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on in his life. It's not good for him, but
Okay.
that might be part of that might still have to be part of the deal, irrespective of what happens with him. So, yeah, that was plan two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I guess if anything, sounds like you're helping him now because he has a lot of stuff going on. So he's
he
just got
does.
to rearrange some things.
yeah, and it's a classic sort of Cody Sanchez. It's this town, and every town that I take any notice of is that is somebody who's put an offer in on a on another building in this town. I'll talk about that. Um, but most things aren't just buildings; they're businesses. So as a buyer, you have an opportunity to buy the business and the building as a sort of a blended value. Um, so and then the residential is often underutilized or undeveloped upstairs. So
Mhm.
there was a business building that uh, I was out of town when it all went through, and it moved really fast. And I would consider that went massively undervalued because nobody was taking any notice of the upstairs. So I could have afforded to pay more because I know what it takes to do the upstairs. But anyway, yeah, these towns you're tripping over business slash buildings slash a lot of retirement people who just don't know how to get out of what they've got.
Yeah. So with the for the class, you held it in a building that was also everyone was researching and coming up with ideas on how it could be sold. Are there any new updates on that one? The one that's owned by the church?
So out of the workshop, we had three sort of deal potentials. One was this very big bank with a big car park, a car lot at the back. And we were talking about rental arbitrage and then building up to doing a redevelopment on it. That was the most complex deal, and we didn't really have any takers. We all got excited about it, but we didn't really have any takers. And it can't because it's kind of intimidating. It's a big, big building that just kill this again. Sorry, that you'd have to do an awful lot with. Anyway, I've heard that that's got two offers, and they're making a decision on it today. So
Mm,
that's not to say it's off the market. It's had offers before, but what I don't want to I love that building. It's a beautiful mid-century building. It's got loads of potential. It's right in the heart of downtown. One of the proposals was for 500,000 to knock down and put a parking garage on it. I mean, like the town does not need a parking garage. Nobody's going to pay for parking for another 10 years. It would ruin the aesthetics. So you're like, so I don't know what's going to happen. I hope better things, but it's also possible to maneuver. There's a lot of
yeah,
us kind of maneuvering what we want to see in the town.
yeah. I don't remember his name, it's slipping my mind, but I saw someone, he wore the hat. He bought some properties for co-living out there, I think.
Oh,
Townsley?
Brad Townley.
Townley, yeah. He officially closed on him.
Oh, did he close in? Oh, in Palatka. No, we were JVing on that, and we got it under contract, did an inspection, and it was falling to bits with termites. So
Mm,
such a problem,
yeah.
such a bummer. Yeah, we were all geared up for that one. Yeah.
At least you did your due diligence. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
looking at that area more. Okay, and then you said we don't have to say her name, but someone's buying a cafe there though. So they're like a seller finance potentially.
So of the three deals, there was one which was 9 apartment units and 4 retail units. That one I've been sniffing around. I did a lease option, got agreement. We've had to do a bit of twists and turns on that, but hopefully I will get that soon. Second one was the church that we all got excited about. The bank building that's owned by the church. Nobody wanted to take the risk on that one. And then the third one was a cafe that she's been half-heartedly selling it for years. Again, a very tired business operator.
Mhm.
Interesting site, and I've just the call that was coming through is the update on where that's up to. I know that one of the attendees put an offer in. It's not so much an offer; it's a seduction process with the seller. So I don't know where she is in the seduction process, but I'll keep you updated on that one.
Yeah, I didn't go to both. Um, meetups with the lady, the seller, but I went to the second one. She's definitely interested back then.
Yeah, she is. And I think I think the one of the barriers, one of the hard things about small towns is you really, really need an operator. And I
Hmm.
and when they really, really work, it's an owner operator. Well, we don't want to be owner operators. We just want to own property and put operators in. So so trying to find that sweet spot where you can get it for the right price so that you don't have to be the operator, and you can incentivize an operator. That's the sort of the challenge.
Yeah. And then I remember the quilt shop lady, that lady had a lot going on. Are there any new things happening with her? It was impressive her all the business she's pulling in from all around the state.
Well, I think she has the most potential for expansion. So, number one, she's she's already bringing in people from all around the state, as you said. Number two, she's got a profile. Number three, she's really good at social media. She's just the biggest issue that she's got is she's focusing on people who want to make quilts. There's a whole lot of people out there who want to buy quilts. People like
Mm.
me who will just write a check. I don't want to sit there making a quilt, but I want the end result, you know. So myself and Birdie are doing a couple of things with her. One is we're going to talk to her about an e-commerce side of what she does. So it's not really business buying, but it's it's very similar to the Cody Sanchez, like go to the lawn guy and say if I can get you more clients. Basically, with some digital marketing, we think we can get her more clients. And then the other is we're going to do up her window display. It was part of it is part of the events activities, loads of socials out of it, create a bit of energy, sort of um, shame the other empty stores who aren't doing anything. That she's surrounded by two strategic buys where they've bought them and they're just letting them sit there and do nothing, and they're just a holy show. So we want to kind of, I've been talking to the owner saying, come on, if you don't put transfers on your windows of pretty stuff, I will. We know. It's like it costs, like $500 or $600. Just shove some stuff up there and stop disgracing the town. So it's that kind of energy. So that's what we've got planned. We're going to do that this January.
Yeah. So to dive in a little more on what you're saying, Cody Sanchez style. So you're gonna approach her and say, "Hey, I want to market yourself through e-commerce. If I can generate profit from that, you'll get a cut." Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
So she has no e-commerce platform. She
Yeah.
does social media, but it's come in and make quilts. It's a whole underworld of quilt makers. But what you find, so for example, I had bags done. I don't know if this is um, yeah. So I had these bags done for the merchandise. If I got those
Yeah.
done at the screen printing shop, they would have been, I think, $18 a bag. I got them embroidered. This is embroidery at the quilt shop. $11 a bag. If she makes the bags for me, $9 a bag. So, I mean, she has got the means of production. We just need to give her the market. And she has plenty of workers that she doesn't even consider workers. These are craftswomen who make quilts for friends and family, don't get paid for it, but love taking on additional work. And I think if she could say, look, I have all of this work coming up, all these quilts I can make. Do you want to be part of it? Do you want to get paid? And she's also working off, she's got some most authentic, historic quilt patterns. She collects like quilts from the 1800s and that are just amazing. Well, imagine being able to replicate those and where we can market them. So working with Birdie with her high end Californian uh, little black book, I feel very hopeful about that.
Yeah. I remember too, she's almost a broker in a sense for those massive sewing machines. Like I remember she was saying that they sell for tens of thousands. And
Yeah.
she's kind of known, like if you want to buy or sell a massive sewing machine, she's the lady.
Yeah, they're like 15 foot long, so you can do these quilts. When you think about it, they're called long arms, and that's why she's got this great big store, because she's got these long arms in there, and then these other things that are not quite so long. And then when people are working on them on scale, it's really busy in there, and that's why the real estate that she needs is very unique. I love the fact that she's sort of anchoring down there. I think we could help her a lot more to promote what she does and bring in new markets. And yeah, her main backbone is selling those machines. And she's got a tech guy because they're so technical. So she employs a part-time tech guy to be the sort of support guy, the call me and give me support.
I wonder if her creating a stronger digital footprint on the machines is like the big money. I'm just thinking out loud, but like it's so
Yeah,
unique. I guess she
yeah.
just doubles down, triples down on like being that broker in a sense. Like, hey, if you want to buy or sell these machines, hit me up.
That's a great idea. We can add that to our Shopify site.
Yeah, because they're so unique. I mean, I've never even seen one of those before.
Yeah, that's because you don't hang around with a quilting set enough, Dustin. I now get Facebook ads for these things.
The algorithm. That's awesome. All right, so you have another workshop coming up, right?
I do. I have a workshop coming in March. So what we did last time was we did a really intensive half day where I think I blew everybody's brains with a fire hose of information. So I think I might elongate that a little bit more rather than trying to get everything in like 3 4 hours. Because there's stuff like, you know, how does urban design work? What makes successful urban design? And it's all stuff we can do things about. It's not like therefore become an architect or something, but don't buy in these kind of areas. Like there's so many places I looked at that I would just never buy in. And then you go through to how what grants are available. Like tomorrow, I'm going to hear whether I got a $25,000 grant for another building that I've got. Um, and I haven't put enough effort into grants. I could have probably got another two. I might be able to get some more grants. But anyway, I went through grants and how to work with cities, how you should identify the cities that you want, which ones to run a mile from, all that kind of stuff. And the big thing, it's lovely to see since we've come back, James Pratt, who's doing this up north, is really beginning to do social media. He's been working on his small town and he's doing a great job. So social media, I think I'm gonna put elongate a bit more because I see people working on their profiles, but I'm like, no, no, but we need more stories about your town. People just are focusing on the buildings, and that's great, but give us the context. Where's the building in the town? What are they? How's it adding value? You want to use it to bring people to the town.
Mm, awesome. So it's going to be another 2-day workshop, right?
Yes, at the end of March 21st and 22nd. Let me just double check. March the 20th and 21st. That's a Thursday and Friday.
Okay, cool. So you're going to do that, and then you have Squat Up Summit. So
Yes,
you're going to be having some fun those 2 weeks, huh?
I am. I am. Yeah.
That's exciting. All right, so if people want to learn more about your workshop, what's the best way to look up info or booking dates, all that stuff?
If you go to smalltownrevitalization.com, so that is Revitalization, smalltownrevitalization.com, you can book on the next workshop. And I would love to see everybody there because, again, the side benefits that you get is just the great people that you meet and you work with. It's just a wonderful group of people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It was fun, the mayor showing us around. That was unique.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the afternoon after the fire hose and stuff, I got the mayor. I asked the mayor to show everybody around and sort of explain the challenges that she faces with
Mm,
with trying to do the best for the town. And she was brilliant and beautifully aligned. And what I love about it is the more, just even us walking around and causing a bit of a stir, I know it's put the cat amongst the pigeons with some of the other developers who have been sitting on their stuff for ages, just thinking, oh, there are more people coming into town. I don't know whether what their conclusions are, but at least, I've had quite a few phone calls from people who want to meet up and, do stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Besides the website, what's the best way if someone wants to ask you a question or anything like that? Instagram, Facebook. You
Yeah.
have YouTube
So
too, right?
I'm on YouTube, Anne McNamara 007. I'm on Insta on the same name, Anne McNamara 007, and Facebook, just my own name. Yeah, so DM me, uh,
Yeah.
text me.
Oh, oh.
Maybe not.
It's gonna exist in cyberspace a while.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I definitely appreciate you joining. And then, all right, one more time. What's the website so anyone can go look it up?
It's smalltownrevitalization.com.
Got it. All right, guys, you heard that. Hit her up.